I'm Marissa Miller. I am a CSUMB service learner, and today for Make It Monday, we are going to be doing leaf presses. So the first and most important step for this particular activity is you will need to collect some leaves that have already fallen off of a tree, and we'll see here. I actually have an olive tree in my front yard, but this particular kind of tree does not really drop leaves, as you can see. So you have to find a particular type of tree that will work for this. As you can see here, all I need is a handful. You don't need too many, just a couple. And some nice brown and red, yellow leaves that have already died and fallen off the tree. That's what makes the fall season so interesting, is that the leaves will fall off trees as the trees get prepared for winter. As you can see, that tree in the background there has already dropped all of its leaves and is really ready for winter. But what's also interesting is, like, obviously some other trees will really not drop any leaves at all and they just stay green through the winter, like evergreen trees or maybe even palm trees. They're much more tropical plants, and it just depends on what kind of tree it is, and it's really interesting, fascinating stuff. So now that I have all of my leaves gathered, all I need are paints and a piece of paper for putting the leaf press onto. So you're going to want to pick a leaf that is not too dried and cracked and brittle, because you don't want it to fall apart on you when you press it into the paper. So I've got a leaf here that I've already got some paint on, and I'm just gonna press it in. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't look perfect, because you might get too much paint, you might get too little paint, and it might not look exactly like how you pictured. But you just gotta keep trying until you get it right. I'm gonna trial and error this, and that one came out pretty okay. You can see the lines of the leaf in there. I'm just gonna keep trying until I get a really good one, though, because you really want to get the veins of the leaf showing really nice in there. So I'm going to smear this into paint, and it's a little hard to get all the sides coated, but you just gotta try your best. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's really just for fun. And I'm gonna wipe off some excess paint. I think this should probably be enough. We'll try that. And just press it in. Got a lot of paint on my fingers. You're gonna get paint all over your fingers. It's like a little messy, but you can just wash up afterwards. You can see the veins in there of the leaf, and it'll dry really pretty. I think I'm gonna just try again and see what happens the second time without putting more paint on it. We'll see how that goes, because that might have been a bit too much paint again. Just press it all over. Oh, and then this is what it'll look like if you don't put a lot of paint on. But you can still see the lines of the leaf, and it's really interesting to see that. So I'm just going to keep trying and fill up the page, and we'll see how it all turns out with these different leaves. so I'm gonna try out a different method because I'm having a little bit of trouble getting the paint to get onto the leaf equally in all the parts. So I'm gonna try taking a bit of like a paintbrush. This is a sponge brush. I'm just gonna see how this works out if I try painting it onto the leaf instead of smearing the paint on. And I'm just gonna try to cover all the edges of the leaf and we'll see how that goes. If this works out, then hopefully we can try and see how that looks. Look a bit clear. I think I still didn't get enough paint onto it, but this one does look, you can see the lines of the leaf better in this one. So I'm going to try this method now. So yeah, just, it might work better for you if you get a paintbrush and kind of smear the paint onto the leaf, because you'll get your fingers less messy at least, like I did. But I'll just keep trying that out and see how that goes for me. So this is how my finished leaf press turned out. As you can see, some of them have way too much paint, some of them don't really have a lot of paint. I was trying to mix it up and try different things. I think I ended up liking the ones with the least amount of paint the most because I thought they would be a little too light, but like you can still really see the leaf outlines, at least for me with the paint I used. And whenever I tried to use more paint, it just ended up looking a little smudged. But it might be different for you. Maybe you're using different types of paint than me. Maybe you're using different types of leaves. And that's the fun thing, is you get to experiment at home and try your own thing. So yeah, I hope you have fun with this little activity and you have a great Monday. And thank you for joining me for Make It Monday this week. Bye!